It's important that whatever it is that you are passionate about, that you go to places and spend time with people who help foster and help that passion that burns stronger. I've had an opportunity a couple times to visit farmers and homesteaders and different farms that have really inspired me to be better and to do better work. And one of those places that we visited here recently was Baker Creek Farm, the Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. They have a farm in Missouri that is just really neat. And if you haven't checked out the videos that we did, make sure you check out there. There's so many things that they're doing that are so neat. And one of the things that we saw there was a display garden that they had at the entrance of the farm where people come right near their store. And they had flowers and different things like peppers and different herbs growing. And it inspired us to want to have an area similar to that. And we're going to be setting up, start working on that. Hopefully I can get finished today. An area that we're going to be having flowers growing in alongside of our greenhouse. So let's see what we can get done.
Green friends!
Our family sold almost everything, including our house in the city, to start a farm in the country. Join us as we share with you our adventures while we discuss farming, fitness, and everything in between.
And don't forget, we live in a yurt too. We are Farm Fit.
Before we get started, we need to clean some items up. One of our biggest challenges here on the farm is keeping the farm clean. Stuff just collects everywhere, whether it be toys, tools, junk, trash. So that's one of our big goals going into the next year, is just to have a cleaner farm. So before we start our project, right here is where we're going to be setting up the flower bed, raised bed that I was telling you about. We need to clean up some stuff so we can have an area that's easier to work in. So kids, let's clean it up.
Yeah!
They're not always that enthusiastic to clean up, but I'll take it. And our second problem that we tend to deal with on a regular basis here is actually getting projects done before you're in a crunch. So this year we hope to work on that too. So it's supposed to rain in the next couple days. So I want to try to get this, even though it's still somewhat muddy, I still want to go ahead and get this started. So that way we can begin having our area set up for the flowers before you're in a crunch and saying, oh, it's too late to do the flowers, or you're rushing around. So let's see what we can get done. Kids are here to help me. They're gonna get an opportunity to shovel today. And we're all gonna get some farm fit exercise in today, right?
Yeah.
So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna actually need to dig a trench. So I have a line here, started with the block that we're gonna be using, and there's some areas where the ground is high. We're gonna need to dig that out so our block will be level.
Soul is lonely, sad and blue. Ain't got no love and shoulders to lean on. There's always a sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, and all your worries go away. Go across the river.
Alrighty. Well, ideally it would have been best to have leveled this area out with a skid steer or some other heavy equipment. But the reality of the matter is, ideal is not always reality or practical for the time being. So it's good to have ideals, but they're not always realistic. So we're gonna do what we have to do right now. And while I'm continuing to dig this out, you kids watching at home get to see some big construction equipment while Lacie gets some sand for me in the lull. Here you go.
I would normally be using the skid steer to go get a bucket of sand, but it won't start this morning. It's a little too chilly, and then that skid steer is a little too cold. It's a good thing I have keys to the lull. We're gonna let it heat up for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna put a mortar tub on the forks, and we're gonna go get some sand. Y'all ready?
Yeah!
Wanna shake that ground,
Wanna break away, let loose. I'm tired of waiting, gotta make that move. All the neon signs, now they shout to me and you to write our story. Wanna shape the new. Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it light. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us on tonight. Got a restless mind, and now I won't let go. So let us be crazy before we're cold. You can take us out, your doubts won't hold us down, 'cause we're gonna light up the sky where we go. Oh, do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna? Something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it light. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us on tonight. I'm gonna let my hair down, I'm gonna take control. We're gonna make a big sound, we're gonna break the mold, the mold.
What you doing there, Micah?
Yeah.
Are you digging in the sand? Woo! So I'm using the line to keep me lined up when it comes to lining the block up that way, and then we use the level to make sure it's level. Level. Sure is nice to have the sand. Since the soil is so wet and muddy, it's not terrible, but just not ideal again to work with. So the sands are just filling in where I need it to kind of adjust the level to make things level. And Selah is actually doing a good job adding some sand behind me where we're working and walking, so we don't have to be in mud, just to use the sand to dry it up a little bit. Put it right here. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that the block is level this way as well as this way. When I first learned to do this, I was taught by my father-in-law. It was when we lived in the city still, before we moved out here and set up our yurt in the country here and started our farm. I was getting into gardening, and we did raised beds, made them with block in the front yard as well as in the backyards. And we were the only crazy people in that neighborhood that was growing corn and tomatoes in their front yard. If you are interested in hearing that story of how we moved out here from the city to the country, let us know. I'm also thinking about doing a vlog on how I went from being a bodybuilder to a farmer. So let us know if you're interested in that story as well as, like I said, our story for moving from the city out here into the country. Back to work. I don't know why, but I can't seem to escape working in the mud and the dirt here lately. is what it is, I guess. You probably are wondering, where in the world did the rest of the family go? Well, sometimes the kids are on it. They're super focused and they work hard. But then other times you have this. But you just have to be patient with them, keep working with them. Overall, they do a fantastic job, so I can't complain. Lacie also is in there working on the next vlog, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe so you can see that video and other videos that we release. Well, I am hoping to beat the rain. It's forecasted to rain today and tomorrow and maybe the next day. So I really want to get this done. It's really very important that I get this first course laid so that way I can get all the yuckiness out. And then once I do that, after the first course, putting on the rest of them, it goes really quick, like super fast compared to what I've done already. Well, I need to get focused. I need to get on it. I need to finish this job. So that's it for now. See you next time. Row on.
Thanks for watching.
Feel free to leave a comment below, even if it's just to say, hey. Also, make sure you don't miss any of our new videos. So, subscribe and sign up to receive notifications each time we release a new video. Also, you may want to check out these videos right here. And also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. See you next time.